Hello, what's good, everybody? It is Tuesday night, so it is time to get, or actually, it's Monday night tonight. We're getting in an extra one. We missed you last Thursday, so we're gonna go ahead and get it in and top off this incredible series, Gen V, and of course, the people coming down this crazy path with me. We got one. Oh shit! That's been a while. We haven't done that in a while. I don't even see what that's that. Holy smokes, back on track. I couldn't even find the page I have. I had way too many things open. What's going on? We're going to get into it. Trust no one. How we doing tonight, fandom? We ready to talk about some Gen V?
Yo, yet again, I'm watching a show where I just can't trust anyone, not a single damn person, human or soup.
Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Oh my God, I forgot just how villainous some of these so-called heroes actually are. And in the end, and we're going to get into it and talk about it. Oh, we got AK for at least one episode. How we doing tonight? Have we seen, we saw all of Gen V episode 7 at least?
I did see episode 7. Yep. Didn't know we were on tonight, so yeah, I did not get the finale watch.
Yep, that is all on me. My bad. We trying to get an extra one in so we can keep it moving. Shows are starting to back up. They just keep coming. The fall is real. They make us wait all summer long and then just jam pack us and stuff it full when the fall comes around. That is crazy. But tonight it is going to be all about Gen V episode 7, and this one's simply called Sick. And Sick was right. Like, this was the most disturbing open yet. I mean, deep down, I get it, but that was beyond messed up. Like, infecting all those kids with that deadly virus, and it by no means looked painless. Like, just how despicable is that? Like, I don't know, is that science or is that just being evil, fandom?
Straight up evil. I think just saying it evil is just a downplay on the word evil. Like, oh my gosh, there's all those freaking like pimples and stuff just like ooze out that one person coming out of whatever. And they were like, and then that one soup was like, try not to breathe. Like, as if she survived the last one.
Right? Like, how do you not breathe? Like, I don't even know. That's just crazy. Like, I get it, AK. Like, you, as a human, you don't want to feel inferior or, like, walk around scared all the time. Like, you want to have some kind of defense against soups. But, I mean, just doing these.
That's not the way to do it.
Right.
Especially when you take into account that these are not the soups that hurt your family. If you have a vendetta against Homelander, and I get it, dude's a dick. I want to murk his ass too, but I'm not going to kill a bunch of innocent people on the way to that. That's just disgusting. It's even more disgusting that it's kids that she's doing this to, and she like does not care. Like your child died, but you're killing kids to get to where you want. That's all bad. All bad. I didn't like her from the beginning, and now I really have no fucks to give about her. I hope she gets her head exploded and and drawn and quartered. All the shit that William Wallace got with his limbs being posted up all over Europe.
Oh my god!
For everyone to see. I hope that happens to her and then some.
Oh man, absolutely, yeah, she is. It's just wrong. And I mean, I get it. You're not thinking straight. Your family got taken, and like you said, it wasn't these soups, but in her mind, these soups are just the next in line to do evil stuff to people. Like they do leave carnage in their way. I mean, she's like she said, look at what you did to your parents. Like,
you know what that? See, that's the thing. That girl didn't have no control over that. That's not her fault. She asked for that Gen V in her blood. Honestly, a lot of the way she looks at things are why I get mad sometimes at folks here, because not every person that you consider a minority in our world that has a little bit of melanin in their skin is bad. Now, you cannot just judge a whole group of people by the actions of one or two. That's just ridiculously unfair and downright evil and horrific the way she's treating these kids.
Absolutely. And what's up, Jake? I see out there Celebrity Bikini, but he's absolutely correct. Homelander didn't kill her family. He just couldn't save them.
So. No, there isn't a couldn't there. No, it's a wouldn't. If he wanted to get up under that plane and like match the speed and slow them down, he could have set them down in the water. He could have, but he didn't want to. Yes.
Maeve asked, like, I remember Maeve was like, can't you save him? He's like, an entire plane, like, over the ocean. Like, he was like, there's no way I can do it.
He could have. There was still enough time. As strong as Homelander is, he absolutely could have taken the torque because the controls were off haywire. They were just in a free fall. He absolutely could have spun up, and actually he could have used Maeve in that. Maeve can't fly, but she could still use her strength to also help prop it up, holding on to him as they guide them down to the water. It wouldn't have been a great landing, no, but everyone would not have died from his inaction.
It seemed to me like he didn't want to like risk it because he said like even if I could, due to my strength, I probably could just like fly through the plane.
Hold on,
it was like so he was just like, you know what, I'm not even gonna even bother with it, and then it could be this whole scandal. So that's one more die.
I actually just remembered something from the reports that they showed. It's not that flight. Didn't she have the evidence that same when Deep got sent to investigate what happened and he found the burn marks from Homelander? Wasn't that in the file that she was looking at?
Oh, I didn't look at that close enough. That could be. So maybe it wasn't that plane that went down with Maeve.
Yeah, I'm about 98% certain that it was the plane that Homelander put down, and that's why she has such beef with it.
Oh yeah,
go back and look and correct me if I'm wrong later, but I'm very, very certain that I saw that report in that file.
Because I forgot that guy's name, but remember, he came in and was trying to blackmail a little girl, Madeline, and she was like, okay, and then Homelander heard it all, and then Homelander went and just basically put that plane down. And I remember the little boy was on there. He's like, "Daddy, look."
Exactly. And we find out now it was her husband and kid. I think it was that flight, now that my memory is jogged.
Wow, you're probably
so that makes it even worse. So again, I get why she has that mindset, but you can't kill a bunch of kids just because this one dude is a dick, man. That's not their fault.
It makes sense now because it said like a child and her husband, and in that scene it was like a mother and child. So you're right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I forgot about that. Way to tie that in, AK. You're absolutely correct on that. It was a different flight, and that does make it 9 times worse because he went out there literally just to take that flight.
Like your baby died, and now you killing babies
with that kid on it. Yeah,
come on, man.
Oh, that's horrible. But Dr. Cardosa is starting to get cold feet and having second thoughts. Like Dean Shetty told him they were way past turning back now, and he tried to front like he might tell somebody, but she was like, "Go ahead. How do you think that's going to turn out for you?" And he just spoke like a wet.
Was I the only one that laughed when that scene happened?
No, you weren't.
Because the minute he opened his mouth, I was like, "Bruh, you are dealing with like the Joker level of secret villains on this show. You really think that you gonna hold anything over her head? Your signature and your name is who is on those documents. She could say at any time, well, I didn't know this is exactly what he was doing. It's that easy."
Exactly. Yeah.
He should have stopped when the virus was able to like neutralize their abilities. That's where he should have just stopped. At least then it could have possibly saved them.
Exactly.
But the moment it became like killing the soups and then trying to make it airborne and it's done.
All he had to do, honestly, was walk away. And she would have threatened him, yes, but at that point in time, there wouldn't be that much that she could really do to hurt him. It's like how she tried to threaten our girl Mallory later, like, bruh. That's just not gonna work. But I think he was a little too self-righteous and a little too cocky, so he forgot to look at the big picture.
Not just one dude who's a dick. Most of these soups are wicked, but
you're correct. I agree with that, but that's not these kids' fault. These are the kids that are dying now because she's trying to make this thing that will kill all soups. Those kids, we haven't seen enough of those kids for me to think that any one of them are completely evil.
And they're kids. Like, I mean, if their brains they didn't take to the V, like that's not their fault.
Exactly. They didn't ask for that V to be put in their blood.
Exactly. So any parents that got because the kids didn't realize what was happening to them. That's on
then the parents didn't prepare them for that. Yeah. So especially with Marie, that's not on her at all.
Exactly. And leave it to a spineless bastard like Dr. Cardosa to just be okay with harming kids. Like, I don't know. It just made me feel good knowing he had one coming. But Kay called Dean Shetty, but she won't be able to meet up until later. And she's trying to do her best to do the right thing and right her wrongs. But I don't know. Do you think the others were being a bit too harsh on Kate, or do you think she had that coming for all that she's been doing, involved in as shady as she's been with everything? Like, you think her friends should be a little more sympathetic to her situation, or are they right to be hating on her so much?
Sympathetic on her background, but she still had a choice in, like, you know, manipulating her boyfriend's memories and then her own friends, and then freaking what's her name? Whatchamacallit? Marie.
Emma?
Marie.
Yeah, because she just met her.
But remember, she got it explained to her like she was doing this to save the friends. Because if the friends got too nosy or got out of line, then Vought was going to whack him or take him to the adult facility.
It could have been a different way.
That's a cop out. That's a cop out. She realized what was happening long before we got to this point. And would she probably herself have been put in the woods? Possibly, but we haven't seen anyone else with her power. So I think she is very unique in what she can do, but she does not have enough self-esteem to stand up to what's her name, Shetty.
Yeah.
At the moment, like she is very malleable, and I think and Shetty realized that, and that's exactly why she was able to get her like that. So I honestly, I don't blame them. I don't blame the kids for being harsh on her, because you fucked up, bruh. You are on our level. We're over here trying to help each other, trying to help you. You should be doing the same.
Yeah, that's insane. That's ridiculous. How hard would it be? Like, I don't know, how hard would that be to be able to like read minds, but out of respect, like not do it to friends or family? Like, could you do it, fandom? Could you just not? Could you stay out of people's mind when you just wanted to know something and you know they're not telling you the truth?
I believe we said that's almost every single stream this is brought up about reading mind abilities. Ever since I've seen True Blood, I don't want the ability. I'm good. Keep your thoughts to yourself.
I will, if y'all watched Guardians 3. Wait, what's it Guardians 3? No, sorry. Ant-Man 3. If you watch that, then we had a mind reader.
Yep.
In the microverse, and he was like, yeah, everybody is disgusting. I really don't want to hear anybody's thoughts. So I am of the same mind to no, I don't want to know what y'all thinking, because if someone has porn going on in their head 24/7, that is the least of my worries with the extracurricular shit that goes on with people in this universe. I don't want to know. And even if I did tap in, I'm not going to go around and tell people about what I saw in their brain. That I think that's the biggest mistake. You could do that. Yeah, but they won't know that you did that unless you actually tell them. So what are you talking to them for?
Yeah.
Also, this is the second episode we get Funko Pops, but a bunch of them in that freaking diner. We had a bunch of May Funko Pops. We even had freaking Black Noir Funko Pops, even the Amazon exclusive one. I'm like, of course they put that in here.
And who is it that had the sex toys that went with those Funko Pops? Because I do believe that came up.
Oh yeah, Emma, right?
I know she had sex. Was it her that had Funko Pops though?
No, she may not have Funko Pops. I'm sorry. It just made me think automatically about the whole store of the sex toys, and she had a lot of them.
And speaking of twisted, how twisted is Sam? Like, talking about, I did rip a man in half, but in my defense, he was a puppet at the time. Like, and then even worse, to watch Emma just justify it when she knows he's wrong. Like,
it's I don't even want to say it's a catch-22, but either way you look at it, like us looking at it now, hindsight and just equating things to our world and our understanding. Yeah, he could be considered a complete psycho, but when he gets into that mindset, it is very hard to pull him back out and make him stop. Should he be locked away someplace safe? Yeah. Should that place be the woods? Absolutely not.
No, he doesn't need spine or needles.
But can he? Yeah, can he have a better experience, and can he actually learn to be better? Yes, I think he can. So Emma right now, she's not a professional, but she knows that she does vibe with this dude, and she realizes that even underneath all that bloodshed, he is still innocent. He didn't ask for this. He
He gets
didn't ask
mad.
for this.
Yeah.
He
He's on the
gets mad
spectrum,
because
so
she
it's
wants
like,
to not. Go ahead.
I mean, he's like on
Go
the
ahead, Phantom.
spectrum, so it's like I really, it's like it's really a 50-50 thing here. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
That's what I'm saying. With him, I think with him, there's a little bit more leeway that you can give, because not only did the Gen V just screw up his senses with these crazy powers that he has, but it also really affected his brain. So he has to work very hard to try to not see just everything in puppet form and not go off at the drop of a dime. Is he right for some of the shit he's done and how he's handled it? No, I'm not saying that. But I think he could be better if he was shown a better way and given the opportunity to come into that space. He's very innocent right now because they locked him up like as soon as his powers kicked in. They've been experimenting on him for so long now. It's hard for him to break from that and differentiate what's going on in his brain when he starts seeing puppets
technically he got
and
locked up
controlling
like
his
twice.
anger.
In the first one, they even help out. Now the second one, it was worse.
Yeah, there's a lot of steps I think that need to go to reining him in, I guess would be the best.
He's off on one. He was like, he got mad at her because you're always telling me not to kill people and not to rip them in half. She's like, yeah, that's kind of normal. Like, how far off?
He doesn't know that isn't normal, though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
What's normal to him, but that doesn't mean it's not normal. That means, yeah, he needs to be in a padded room somewhere.
He absolutely needs more training and better care. I will say that. But where everybody else is concerned, no, they have their brains fully intact. Yeah, they're definitely going to get all of the scrutiny. But him, I'm not just giving him a free pass, no, but I will give him a bit more leeway on some things.
We need
than
like a mental
than everybody
hospital
else.
For just soup.
Yes,
and every single doctor has to have like a super ability where they can just like have a healing factor, just
or
know the pain.
Yeah,
at the very least, a healing factor.
That's like the only way.
He definitely should not be around just regular people that could not counter him if it came to a fight.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, like a girl that's always making Emma look bad and always on social media. It's like, saw when she got punched, her jaw.
Yeah, dumb broad.
Like, you need that healing power. People like her, like turn her into a doctor for suits.
Also, high five because that punch was so well deserved, though.
Oh,
should have been way more. But
so exactly.
But yeah, I don't know about Emma. She was just kind of off on one. The way she was just happy to be getting rid of the evidence. Just, I know just where to take it. Like, this girl is a felon in training as far as I'm concerned.
Look at her background, though, man.
I don't know.
I can't blame her. Look at the fucking mom that she has and all the shit that she's been pushed into. How much she gets bullied online. These things, they end up just going into this huge pot, and sometimes that pot explodes. Sometimes it just simmers a bit and people are able to rein it back in, but that depends on the people that they have around them. Her support system has not been good.
And that's just one more thing that comes into play later is, I mean, Sam even told you need to be like, you want everybody to do it. She gets bullied online because she posts online all the time and is online trying to be an online phenomenon. So, I mean, if she didn't want to be bullied online, just don't go online.
She could stop. You're right. Mm-hmm. But does she not also have the right to just try to be doing something fun for her?
Oh, of course. Absolutely. I'm just saying you got to have
what I'm saying. It's with some of these kids, it is the catch-22 with some of these kids, sadly.
It was a brutal one. But yeah, it is just the fact that she's just so in, and I get it.
I just want to give a lot of them a hug.
And he just knew when she left him alone and said, don't open that door for anyone, that he was definitely opening that door for someone and it was going to go. We saw that go.
For a hot second, he had the closet hideaway, and I was like, okay, cool. Stay in there, take a nap, let some hours go by, and when she comes back, she'll find you in the closet. But yeah, as soon as he opened the door and came out the closet, I was like, oh, shit. Something's about to pop off.
Then we get Jordan and Marie breaking into Dean Shetty's office looking for clues to expose the woods, but find something else entirely. Like, we now see why Shetty hates Soup so bad. Like we were talking, her family was on the plane that Homelander took down, and oh man, remember back to that scene was just so brutal and a reminder like how ruthless this show is. Like just taking out kids on a plane, no problem. You gotta go. It's just brutal. But then we get some pretty sweet plot convenience when Cardoso walks in half cocked, admitting their evil plans out loud for everyone to hear. Like, this man knows that there are cameras all over this campus, and he's just out here confessing sins for anyone and their other to hear. Like, come on. That was crazy. Also, not cool pissing in the expensive spirit decanter. You don't know who
No, fuck that. No, I'm not going to hold him for that. No, she deserved that shit. I hope she takes 3 lovely tumblers full of that. So, no, she absolutely deserved that. I don't fault him for that at all. However, what I will say is, in this day and age, with how technology works and random shit going down and everybody pulling out their phone to record, why did neither of them pull out the phone to catch that audio? That didn't make, like, what was the point of them being in there? Just to hear that stuff? You need proof to go along with the accusation that you're about to try to make.
That is a great point.
Like, it doesn't make sense that neither one of them thought to record.
Jake says I'm spoiling episode 8 for AK. How am I spoiling it? We didn't say
How?
We haven't talked.
I mean, honestly, I'm probably gonna say over episode 8.
I would have been like, oh, AK.
Anyway.
Okay, DJ. But so far, yeah.
I'm probably gonna stay on for episode 8 just to hear what y'all talking about anyway, because I don't mind spoilers that much. Oh, on some things I do, but this one, no. I'm here for the funds.
Yeah, this one, it didn't really have any crazy.
Well, I mean, like, I could be easily told about a situation and then just give my opinion. That's simple enough to handle.
But yeah, I just didn't like, obviously, being a man who enjoys the finer spirits. I'm like, now you got to be careful when you go over somebody's house. You don't know if somebody else pissed in it, and you don't know what you're getting. Like, oh man.
Hey man, I mean, look, it looks fancy when you have the crystal set on the bar. However, though, you running the gamble when you know you out here doing some dirt. I don't know that I would want to chance my good bourbon being tainted in any way, shape, or form.
That's what I'm saying. Oh my
That's just irresponsible.
But then next we got another crossover from the boys as we saw the meeting in the city Shetty had was with none other than Grace Mallory herself. And she just acted disgusted when Indira told her the plan. She called it genocide, which it is. But was that a front because she knew somebody else was listening in? And also, who do we think was listening in, Phantom?
Good question.
Wasn't it? Oh my gosh, who am I thinking?
We didn't get a name.
No, but it seems. I mean, who else is probably gonna be working with her? Is oh my gosh, how am I blanking on the dude's name?
Are you talking about Mr. Man himself?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Butcher.
Wait. Who you consider to be Mr. Man? Edgar or Aomer?
Who leads the boys?
The Butcher.
Aomer.
I'm thinking it's him. Yeah, Billy.
Is it Billy? Yeah, I couldn't remember his name. That's why I called him Aomer. That's his character in Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
Really? That's awesome.
Love it.
Absolutely correct, and I think so. But what do you think? Do you think, what's up, AK? Do you think she was only acting that way because she knew that she had that phone on and somebody else was listening to her? Or do you think she was actually disgusted with the genocide plan?
No, I think she truly was disgusted. I think we've seen enough of her personality and her morals on right and wrong, because if she really hated Soups like that, she wouldn't have ever agreed to be the babysitter for the time that she was for Homelander's kid. Right. And that wasn't even really for Homelander. That was to help the kid's mom, Billy's wife. So, yeah, I think she absolutely was truly disgusted with that fact. And she does not want to see any type of genocide on this scale, especially when it involves children, because that is where Shetty would start, is that whole campus of kids.
Right.
But she was tempted. You can see she's a bit tempted, though, because of what happened to her.
Was it hold her for that.
Was it grandchildren?
It was her grandkids that got hurt in that. And I honestly don't hold her for that. But again, what I'll point out is she did think about it, but then she was like, yeah, nah, that's just, that's not kosher. I'm not going to co-sign to that. You do what you want to do. And Shetty being Shetty tries to threaten her. And the side eye and the curve that Mallory gave her was just one of the best on point. I wish I would have wrote down the line because I don't remember exactly what she said. But Shetty thought that she had a winner with her line. And Mallory just looked at her like, bitch, do you know who the fuck I is? Nah. Yeah, like, you're not going to catch Mallory slipping like that, especially when you the low-level motherfucker that got regaled to babysitting these kids. So, no, I ain't doing shit for you.
No, that was insane. Then back in Emma's room, Sam's doing what any red-blooded young teen would do in that situation. He goes through her under her drawer and starts playing finger puppets with her doll-sized panties. You know, normal. Jesus, dude. Where is this going? Sure. How messed up is Sam, though, and like what colossal disaster is he going to cause by the end of the season, fandom? Because I'll be honest, I thought AK had been smoking more than me when she first said that she was stronger than Homelander. Now I'm sure of it. I think she was spot on.
I told you.
I think he was spot on. I think he called it, nailed it.
Yeah, it seems like he literally is as strong as Homelander. But once Homelander peeps that, instantly Homelander's like, okay, he gotta go. Gotta go.
Maybe. It doesn't seem like that's the direction it's going in, because I kind of figured that too, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
The only thing that he has on Homelander, I mean, not on Homelander, the only thing Homelander really has him on is the laser eyes. As far as we know, he doesn't have that effect. Well, he doesn't have flight, but he can jump very far. Like, and if you're up on your Superman lore, Superman technically can't fly. He can just jump and leap and glide very far distances. So I think he could still take him. I mean, he might be able to hit, Homelander might hit him with the laser eyes, but I think he would be able to push through the pain to get close to him and just tear him apart.
Yeah, because that's another thing where, I mean, that's one of the things that would be a spoiler, but how strong are laser eyes? That's one of the things I want to talk about in this one, because we saw a student with laser eyes, and like, we'll talk about it when we get to it, but how strong are these laser eyes? I need to know. Do they develop stronger over time?
I think it depends on the person that it's used on, honestly. Like, Homelander's strong, yeah, and he has the laser eyes, but that he doesn't use it honestly as much as you would think. We've seen a lot of scenes, but most of the scenes we've seen with him, he's going fisticuffs. It's not about the laser eyes. So
it's probably most effective on like a human, because almost every soup has like a high durability to the point that it's not like really gonna kill them per se. They're being like laser tests.
Especially, actually, you know what? We have the perfect example for this. When Homelander and Stormlight, what is her name? The Nazi, was it Stormlight?
Oh, no.
That first fight that they had, and it turned into the sexual innuendo, and she was telling him, yo, I can take it. And he gave her the full laser eyes, and yeah, she took it. I think it would bounce on Sam just like that.
Maybe. Well, she had like a healing regenerative, and I think Sam's just bulletproof. Like I said, I mean, bullets just bounce off him. I almost think the laser wouldn't be strong enough to penetrate his skin. That's because, remember, that's what they were trying to do to Golden Boy, is take the strength that Sam had and pump it into Golden Boy to make Golden Boy stronger than Homelander. And I think that's what the whole plan was, is that Homelander is off on one. Nobody can control him. So they're trying to make a soup stronger than him that'll be on their side.
You know what?
They have an out.
Now that you've said that, that actually makes sense. And this is where they were trying to make a tie-in and correction from the original comics. In the comics, Black Noir is a Homelander clone, and he was made specifically to be stronger than Homelander, to take him out if need be. So that absolutely could have been the storyline that they pushed on to Golden Boy, since they did what they did with Black Noir in the last season. So yeah, that makes sense. That fits.
Yeah. It also keeps me wondering, like what I asked before, like how messed up was Sam before taking the serum compared to now? Because he said it gave him a messed up brain, but Golden Boy said with or without the drug, he'd be weird as hell. So I'm just wondering, like, was he just abnormal and this just psyched that up a bunch of notches, or was it the drug that's actually putting him over the top?
I think that's what I think we chatted a little bit about that last stream,
right?
Because it is kind of up in the air on what he meant by that.
I really hope they like break that down. Like, is it the drug that's making him go crazy, or was he just nuts in the first place?
Some people could be nuts. I don't think he was a full psychopath, though. I think he probably could have been good with maybe some schizophrenia medicine. Because you can, go through life normally if you keep up on your meds with that disease. But the way the formula interacted with that, though, yeah, that really messed him up. So
I like to see how he was when he was growing up, and we never like got that. The earliest we got was like again him locked up the first time.
We need more backstory on him, I think.
Yeah, that was my thing. Is like, how old were they when they got taken? Because we never heard anything about their parents. So how old were these brothers when they got brought into this facility?
I think they were probably very young. I don't know what may have happened. Well, actually, I won't say very young because we're seeing them here. This is kind of like a college age for them, isn't it?
Yeah, but didn't we see like in some flashbacks that Golden Boy was having was like of a little boy in the woods? So I'm like, maybe that's like the
yeah. That's right. You're right. Like, I forgot about that. So because they were implanting. What's her name had implanted that his brother was dead, and the one memory that kept cutting through that programming was him as a young boy in the woods. So something probably happened to their parents. Either they died of some natural cause and Vought had to go scoop them, or Vought killed them and then saw how powerful both of these boys were, but they couldn't necessarily control Sam in the regular way, but they could get to Golden Boy. So they wiped his memory of Sam where they needed to, but in any other time, they were, whatever that experiment was where we saw them, where there were tubes connected to both of them, and Golden Boy, I think what it was is Golden Boy was getting a transfusion with Sam's blood.
Yeah, or
because
whatever,
Sam is actually stronger than him, but Golden Boy is more controllable. Mm-hmm. So that's I think what that was about. So yeah, that's where the whole thing goes hinky with them. And I think they were doing that for many, many years since they were both children.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's I'd like to know what exactly how old they were when they came in.
It's so sad.
Know that, yeah, because we knew they were taking whatever it was that makes Sam so strong and pumping it into Golden Boy. And like we said, they wanted him to be strong as Homelander. And I don't know, it makes me think that Vought may not be like as against Cordoso's new soup virus as everybody all thinks. Because I'm pretty sure like Ashley and many others would actually welcome something to be able to get Homelander and others under control.
Not even that. Here. I think, I don't know what happened in the next episode. Y'all will tell me once we get to talking about that. But I feel like Edgar could already be on the up and up. And so is his adopted daughter. And maybe he's been guiding this thing from the beginning.
Maybe
it just makes sense that Edgar would be in the know on this because he's always had his foot in the actual business side. Like he told Homelander, soups are just a commodity. Okay, you're not the moneymaker. Right. It's the drugs.
And look where Edgar's at. Edgar is like the head of Vought, and he's being basically pushed out by Homelander, and Homelander's taking over. So who
seemingly pushed out, but he's still running shit from behind the scenes. So yeah, it totally makes sense that there would be somebody else already controlling the shit from the beginning.
Absolutely. So yeah,
if Ashley knew, obviously Edgar would have known.
I don't think Ashley's in the know. I don't think she's high enough to be read in.
She knows about the forest, though. Remember in the first or second episode, she mentioned the forest.
Does she?
So she knows about it.
Yeah, Ashley knows about the woods.
Okay, yeah. That's right. You're right. I forgot that.
She knows about it, but yeah, I don't know, like the Edgar stuff. It just, I think
I think she knows about it, but she doesn't have any power to affect anything with that. Mm-hmm. I think that's out of her pay grade.
So Sam hears a scream out in the hall, and he's worried it might be Emma. So he breaks her golden rule and opens the door. And this happened literally and figuratively because it was like opening the door on a new life. Like he had never actually seen kids his own age like playing and having fun. This was mine, and he loved it. I was like,
can you blame him?
No, I mean, I started thinking of it from that side. I was like, oh my God, let this man live.
Yeah, have y'all ever seen the movie Real Genius?
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day with Val Kilmer. Sam in this scene reminds me of that young kid, the newbie that they snatched. I think he was like a sophomore in high school. Right. And they snatched him up because they saw how intelligent he was, and he got in there with Val Kilmer. I think his character and the other boy, the other blonde boy, the geek, as they say, what was like they're in their junior year.
Yeah, to teach him how to have fun.
Yeah, and Val Kilmer's character had to actually teach him how to truly navigate all this extracurricular shit that he was not used to people in his grade doing. So I feel like this scene was almost a replay of that first party scene that they had in Real Genius, and it makes sense. Sure. Yeah, absolutely, almost play by play.
Yeah,
with
even
the
they had the
frozen.
yeah.
What did they do? They I think they melted like nitrogen or something in the hallway, and they had them going down the sleds, down the stairs, and to see who could go far enough down the hallway. Yeah, so it totally makes sense that Sam would have that experience because he's never done any of this. He didn't know, and yet he knows he's supposed to wait for Emma, but homeboy just told him like, "Yo, Emma's on her way. She about to be here. Let's go have this fun." And then wait, no, Emma says she's gonna meet us over here actually. So why don't you come with me, and I'll get you over there. I think something was up with that kid. I think he knew what was going down, but I don't know why he knew what was going down.
The girl he heard outside must have literally like blown his mind because he asked, "Aren't you afraid of getting in trouble?" And she replied, "We're Soups. We can
like, what you mean trouble?" Yeah.
And he must have been like, "You obviously haven't been the places I've been."
and not only that, but he just wanted that new experience. Kid is literally experiencing actual teenage life for the first time.
Yep.
I can't blame him for wanting to go and have a beer and smoke some weeds.
Not at all.
At all.
It was nice to finally see Sam be able to cut loose and have some fun with other kids doing kid stuff.
And be chill and calm. That's why I say I feel like he's easily manageable if you don't stimulate the violence in him. If you just show him how to properly taper that down, he could be okay.
And again, that's what kind of made me wonder, like, just how long had Sam been locked up in the woods, and did their parents die? Like, did Golden Boy kill them when he first got his powers, like Marie did? Like, they just.
Oh, that's because Golden Boy's the older brother, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's a very big possibility. I didn't even think about that.
He might have taken out the parents, and that's what happened to him, and that's how.
You are correct, sir. I do concur.
We hear Andre hasn't talked to his father in weeks, and while watching his interview, he seems to have like some kind of seizure on live TV. So luckily, it's being filmed right on campus, so he could get over there to him quick. Or he flips out. Then Emma returns to find Sam missing, and she freaks out. So everybody's up in chaos, and Andre catches up to his pops just as he's being loaded into the ambulance. And on the way to the hospital, his pops kept having seizures that almost took the whole ride out, and would have if Andre wasn't there to counter it. And I kind of felt bad for that ambulance crew, but girl kept getting hit in the face by flyby scissors and the thing hitting her. I was like, what would they have done if Andre wasn't with them, fandom? They
would have been dead.
Died.
Oh my god, this remind me of freaking the Wolverine movie every time Charles Xavier, and I was like, yo, this man gotta stop using his abilities or something, man. Oh my gosh.
That was ruthless. Like when the medic was yelling at Andre to do something, I'd have been like, "You're the medic."
Like, wait, hold on. What the fuck do you mean do something? Maybe stop the damn ambulance and get out of the back of the truck.
Something.
He was still able to hold the walls together. The driver, unless, correct me if I'm wrong, unless I missed something, the driver was fine. Get your ass out the back and go up to the front so you don't keep getting these damn projectiles slicing your face open.
Or give the man something to knock his ass out so he's not doing that.
Something.
Give him powers to sleep.
Actually, you know what? I thought about that because he was already unconscious. He was in an unconscious state, but that shit was still happening. So I don't know that any other type of sedative would have helped. What I want to know is what was the cause of that? Because I think the cause will explain why nothing that Andre was doing to try to help the situation was actually working. I think he was put into that state, talking about polarity. Is that his name, Polaris or Polarity?
Yeah, and it's explained.
Yeah. It is explained. You said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not remembering that part then.
I think it's the next episode.
Explained in episode you haven't seen, episode 8.
Okay. Well, we'll explain to you when we get there.
Yep, absolutely. But yeah, I was just like, how are you telling me to do something? You do something. You're the medic. Give this man something to knock his ass out and make us all safer. This is getting ridiculous. And I love what Jake says here. Sam and Golden Boy might be Homelander's clones. Maybe that's why we haven't heard anything about them.
That is very, very possible. Because they didn't know what Homelander's actual son would be like. Because I don't know. I think before Soldier Boy, they didn't know that any of them could reproduce with a superpowered child, and like that would be the outcome if I'm remembering the lore
Soldier
correctly.
Boy didn't. Soldier Boy or Homelander is just a clone of Soldier Boy.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, he wasn't actually born. Yeah, he was just a made clone.
He was. That's what he said. The best parts of him came out of a test tube. Ooh, that was really
Yeah,
cool.
that's right. It wasn't what was Billy's wife's name? Was it Lori?
Oh,
I don't know why I'm thinking
I
Lori.
wanna say
But yeah,
yeah,
Billy's wife was the first case of a soup actually being able to reproduce with anyone. I think not just with another soup, but just with another human. Period. And yeah, so they were looking at that, but before that, yeah, they didn't know, so they would have probably tried to clone him again and try to make him stronger. And it worked with Sam, but they screwed Sam's brain up with how they did it, and they had to put all that through these transfusions into Golden Boy. It's so interesting to take those little tidbits into account.
Right. Victoria decides to do a town hall on campus, which is always a great idea. Mixing 19 and 20-year-olds with politics, what could possibly go wrong? And that ends up exactly how you think it would. Like, It did, however, show us just how low in the polls Victoria and Singer are running, though. It doesn't seem like a whole bunch of people are excited to try to put them in the White House. So this is going to be a problem for them going on in the boys next season. But what Jordan caused, when Jordan caused that distraction outside and all those kids started fighting, like I was saying earlier, was I the only one tripping on the laser eyes? Because like those beams were hitting hella kids when they were fighting and going around. So were they just not fully developed yet, or did they have them set on stun? Because I was like, how are people not just falling out and being cut in half right now?
Probably set on stun.
Something like
if they're
that.
human, but if they're not human, like okay, I understand because they're probably again, soups are like seem to be more adorable than humans.
I have a question. Why do they keep putting regular humans in these guard positions?
Yeah, man, I have no idea.
Because those security guards outside of the arena were very clearly regular plain humans. Mm-hmm. They did not want to have to go over there to handle the kerfuffle that was happening.
I stood right there by that door like, this is my post.
I would have looked at Maria like, yo, sis, you trying to go in? Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, not you. Come on, go ahead. You good. And I would just close the door, tell my partner to shut the fuck up, and we would just stand there. Because no, as a regular human, I am not jumping into any damn brawl or disturbance that happens. That makes no sense to put people in danger like that.
And speaking of not jumping in, after this episode, I was ready for Kate to give Rufus some more Jumanji lessons because that kid just seems awful from the inside out. Like he is just, he's not on a good path to being a good guy. He's definitely going to be a villain.
I'm very surprised that he got as far as he did with Sam. I feel like he's such a ridiculous person that someone would have seen him trying to pull Sam into anything and would have just stopped him.
Well, he has a whole crew with him. That girl was that girl was one of him. That boy was one of him. Like he has a whole crew in there that's ready to start shit. Like they went into that rally to get everybody fired up and to cause a ruckus.
Yeah, that rally was such bullshit.
Yeah, so that was they're a whole crew of misfits ready to start.
True.
But on the flip side, I'm not for what he was showing him. Like, but to Sam, it was all new and a pretty great experience. Like he got Sam out amongst his peers, and yeah, like Emma said, some of them are a bunch of real bag of dicks. Like it was still a lot better than anything he was used to. So I got Sam liking it. Like he realized these aren't the best people, but they're a lot better than what he's been dealing with. So
he's an innocent baby in that. And what was the worst thing they had him doing? Like before they left the hallway, they gave homie a couple beers, couple pulls of the blunt, and showed him some fun ass shit to do going down a slide into a hallway filled with ice. That was a good time. That'd be a good time for me right now.
Right. And that's how they get. That's how a lot of hate groups get their members, by picking from a pool of people that are in even shittier situations than what they got going on. So, I mean, I get it.
Case in point, watch the movie Higher Learning if y'all don't know.
Feel it. It's sad, but I get the feeling a lot of colleges are like actually turning into these politically charged swamps. Like instead of being their open-minded learning centers they were set up to be, they're just in there and just pick a side. Here we go. That sucks. But I like the way they shot that scene with Dean Shetty and Kate. Like first she was standing there, and then she sat down, and then Shetty sat on a seat even lower, kind of showing like the power shift in the relationship. kind of like Kate was growing stronger and Shetty was getting smaller and weaker by the second, basically showing that her time was coming to an end. I thought that was kind of cool the way they shot that.
No, I noticed that.
But did Shetty like screw herself? Like she told Kate she would never have to do it again, and Kate kind of seemed like she was on board and calming down. And then when Kate finally did calm down, then Shetty says, "Just one last push from you, and that's your ass." You should have never said that. Like you had her. Why would you go back and like? Yeah, I don't know. And I think that's all Kate heard, and like released it would never be over. Like she's always going to know that there's always going to be one more time. I just need you to do it this one more time. And, yeah, that's your ass. Shetty sealed her own fate with that one, I think.
I agree.
Oh,
Totally agree. Because this girl has come to you multiple times that we saw.
yeah, she's done.
Telling you that, yo, they're figuring this stuff out. I can't keep doing this. And we've seen her on the verge of collapse multiple times because she cannot keep pulling this much power from herself to handle this group of people that keeps growing as we go along. So Shetty's a little bitch for all the shit that she pulled. And I understand Kate's villain arc. I just still think Kate, like, bro, you should have been better. You're smarter than this.
Yeah, be better. Absolutely. Oh, Victoria thinks she's slick, doesn't she? Like talking about we'll just hang out here in the green room till it calms down, like out there. It's like otherwise they might take my head off or something. I was just like, with that right little smile, like she is just on another level out there playing chess when everybody else is playing Go Fish. Like,
Yo,
Newton is on one.
She's low key. What's our boy's name from Game of Thrones? Lord Umber. Like I ain't about to be over here taking no orders from some boy who's pissed green as grass, and she's playing Marie. She's playing Marie this whole time. The whole time, and Marie's not noticing. It's so sad.
I think it was actually I believe it was Fandom who actually called it last time when we were asking like who the Marie's benefactor might be. I believe it was Fandom who said it might be her, Victoria Newman, because she's good with the blood too.
I honestly don't remember if Fandom said it, but I said it was either going to be Edgar or Victoria.
You guys nailed that one 100%. Nailed it because that's
the only thing that made sense to me.
But I was more shocked that she has like the same abilities as her. But then I should have recalled it because if she was able to blow up the penis, I should have thought of a head, blowing up the head.
Right,
exactly. No, like, oh. See, and that's the thing. This whole time we were thinking that she could just pop people's head. But when you really think about it, she absolutely, for that power, you would have to be a bloodbender.
Yeah.
Like your power can't just be you go around popping people's heads. No, there has to be a physical reason you could do that. So as far as we know, her and Marie are the only bloodbenders that are in this game. And she has mastered it to a point to where she doesn't need to draw her own blood to make anything happen. She's fully in to where she can just control that blood and probably more plasma and all that in humans and just make them go haywire wherever she needs to.
But it's good to know about her ability that she can like sense like the compound V people. That's like very, very useful. Remember, you can just walk in a room or an area and she can literally sense if someone's a suit before like them like popping off their abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. And we brought that up when that conversation that came into play where Shetty was saying that, you know, she has a benefactor and she, you know, she's, and the doctor was saying, well, she's more powerful than she knows. Like, we need to jump on this. And she was like, yeah. You're right. But it's somebody more important that is sponsoring her. So we can't really touch her like that just yet. So yeah, that was our first clue. And we all did catch that. We just didn't know what exactly it would turn out to be.
Absolutely. And Jake, you're absolutely right.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, other than blowing people's heads up, just making it look like people are having heart attacks, like that would be a way better way to do that.
But heart attacks are not going to be as noticeable. And I get it. You would think they would want to be be conspicuous, but no. Having that brutality of someone's head exploding, though, I think that was the actual goal. That's what really put the fear into people.
When we first saw that in that one, what was that, court case or something, or that hearing?
Yeah, and that hair,
Everyone's
yeah,
like, hey,
the
that was
Converse
even
meeting.
like more like, you
Yep.
know, a threat.
Yeah,
Insane.
not everybody just clutching their chest and falling out because of a heart attack. Nah, you have people heads literally exploding, blood blowing everywhere. That sends a much bigger message.
Yeah, that was a shit show she wanted, and she got it. But yeah, she blew Marie's mind by showing her she had the same powers. Like, how long until she starts showing Marie what her powers can really do, or will she ever do that because she's afraid Marie might be stronger than her? What do you think, AK?
I don't think that will have to get to that point. I think Marie, from how we've seen her come to realization and come into her own like real person so far, I think she's going to figure that out for herself. And then she's going to use what that knowledge gives her to make whatever happen that she needs to make happen.
Then Marie tells her about the woods and the new virus that's been made, and Victoria says she'll handle it. Marie wants to know, like, what does that mean? And Victoria just gets real quick. Like she said, you think you have a platform, you have shit, and you better know it. Because as soon as you don't, Vought will put you away in a facility, and you will never get out. So, like, and then she's like, but the first black woman in the 7? Like, friends with the vice president? Now that person would have
That is a money maker.
And she's not wrong. Like, she was making a whole lot of sense. But I don't know, fandom, do you think Marie's going to heed her advice, or do you think she's just going to keep trying to play the early hero role?
She is not. Oh my gosh, she's early freaking. No, she's not a millennial. She's a Gen Z. Or...
I think technically they would all classify as Gen Z.
Yeah, like she ain't gonna listen. She can do her own damn thing and learn.
Yeah, see, for Maya, I think at first she isn't going to listen, but what we've seen so far this season is 9 times out of 10, she's the voice of reason in this little ragtag super Goonies group. So she's going to, something's going to fuck up, and y'all let me know once we get to the next episode. But I think eventually she would see that no, if she moves into like I have to say it would be like the addition to the Queen Maeve outline. She's a woman and she has this awesome power, and she ascends to the 7, and like we said, she will be the first black woman to be on the 7. I think she will realize how much weight that has on her. We got to remember, at the beginning of this season, this girl didn't even really understand the concept of owning a cell phone. Everyone had a phone but her. Everyone knew what social media was but her. Now that she's in the game, she's still going to slip up, obviously, because these are new experiences for her. But she will quickly course correct where she needs to. I think she's that smart. She's shown us already what her moxie is. And she's going to remember this conversation and make it to the 7 where she can do some things.
And just a quick heads up, I'm thinking if this all works, we're creeping up on an hour anyway. We're almost done with this episode, and I'm actually going to have to get I forgot the Giant Tamer's got to get off to work a little earlier tonight.
Okay, have the Giant Tamer be late. No.
Yeah, so maybe we'll just crush this episode, let AK do a quick watch, and then jump back on in a half an hour and knock out the other one.
Oh, sure. I can download that right now. Actually, it's already downloaded.
So yeah, get that downloaded. We'll give you like 30-40 minutes to get that watched, and then we'll jump back on and knock out the finale right after.
For sure.
That'll probably work out all the way around.
All right, let's get it.
So,
yeah, do drive safely, and I think she can hear me because you usually don't have headphones on. Have a good night at work.
She's back in the other room. Yep.
Oh, well, tell her I said have a good night at work.
Absolutely, will do. But yeah, old girl was making a whole lot of sense, and Marie really started to think she was listening. But yeah, I don't know, fandom. You might be right. She might just be too stuck in this millennial brainwave and just, I gotta be a hero.
Yeah, Victoria definitely is curving her to the left, man. She's giving her some advice, but she already knows the game. She been here for a while, and Edgar was her teacher. So nah,
the best of the best.
Yeah.
Kate tells everybody, or calls everybody, to Dean Shetty's house and has her explain to them the truth of what she's been doing and what the school truly is. And like, how disturbing would that be? Like thinking you're going to school to learn, only to find out that the subject being studied is you. Like, how bad did that mess up with your mind, fandom?
First and foremost, thank goodness you're not paying school bills and guide you. Because oh my gosh, imagine you be like 40K in debt just to learn that you're the one being studied.
I'm telling you,
just to be found out that your powers are too great and you get locked in the woods.
Exactly.
It's like that girl we saw at the beginning of the season in that first scene. Oof. Mm-mm.
And speaking of ruthless, like how off the rails is Kate making the dean slit her own throat, then stopping Marie from helping her, making her relive her mom's dying moments? Like that was so good. You can read Marie's mind. You know what she's going through seeing this. And she's like, sorry you have to relive this. Sorry, let me save this woman. Like, oh, that was brutal.
Do we really want to save Shetty though?
No. This some people's death is like, nah, she deserves more than death. Like you were saying earlier, like limbs cut off across the world.
No, you're right. You're right. I feel you. But this is the death that they gave us. Yeah. So I don't know. I really was sitting there the whole time, like I don't know that I can really hold Kate for this one. And I am not a Kate fan at this point. Please hear me on that first and foremost. I am not a Kate fan. I absolutely want to give her an elbow to the throat.
You were on that Sam tip, justice.
I'm saying in this context, I'm gonna have to be the Punisher. Like, okay, I get you, baby girl, but nah, she still gotta go. You're right, Jake. Kate is twisted. Kate is twisted. You're right.
But shouldn't have Shetty known better? Like as soon as she walked in and saw Kate didn't have her gloves on, she should have went right into precaution mode. Like I wouldn't have let that woman get within 10 feet of me not wearing gloves.
I would not have stayed.
She was side-eyed in her when she saw the first a couple scenes back. She saw her without glove and she was like, "Uh-oh, should I even attempt to have a conversation with her?"
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, she could have went in there and been like, "You know what? I wanted to bring some food home for us. I forgot. Let's run over to the Domino's to Pizza Hut or something real quick." No. You know what? I wouldn't know, because saying that you're gonna go by yourself makes it even more suspicious. Yo, come with me and we're gonna drive over here and I will do all of the things to distract you as much as I can. I just gotta go in and pick up the order and go in there and hey,
I gotta
go. 911 cause a distraction. I'm out the back door.
Speaking of give me 10 feet, like Victoria meets with Dr. Cardosa and gets the virus from him. She makes sure that no one else knows about it or can replicate it. And then boom goes the dynamite. One less villain in the world. And nothing more irritating than a bad guy sitting there justifying his evils in the world as necessary. Like you were torturing kids, dude. You got to go. Bye. Oh, and speaking of bye, what's up?
Who didn't see that coming?
He should have saw that
I
coming.
saw it coming. Y'all saw it coming. Like, bro, you did all this fuck shit, and now you want to come and say, I'm trying to protect Bolt. I know this is horrible. She is doing these crazy things. Nah, bruh. You are doing these crazy things. You really thought she was just going to let you walk out of that room?
No.
But by the time he got to that garage, to that meeting, his daughter and his husband were probably dead already.
Exactly. What do we think of this one, Phantom? This was just such an epic episode. What do you think?
I like this one. It was like another good episode this season. I think like the first episode, and then this one and the finale, I really enjoyed. I really did enjoy it.
How about you, AK? What'd you think of this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna give this one a solid 9.25.
Get it up.
Only because y'all been hyping up the last ep, and I'm about to go speed run that shit right now so I can be ready when you come back. So I feel like the finale is going to give me a good 10 or at least a good strong 9.75. So yeah, 9.25 for this one.
Feel that. Just always remember the penultimate's usually better than the finale.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true. You're right.
All right, we're going to try to knock this out super quick. I got to get out of here. Just a couple trivia questions. If you know these answers, put them in the comment section down below. What is Dr. Cardosa's first name?
Joe.
No, it's I feel like it's something Latin, but I cannot remember. Shit, wait, hold on. Damn it, I forgot. I had a whole ass freaking note sheet for this episode.
Oh, absolutely. Having this episode, I was all in for it. Absolutely.
Edison?
All Kates with a C are crazy.
What did you say, Fandom?
He said Edison, and he's absolutely correct. Well done.
Hey.
Yeah, Edison. Okay, all right. Good on you.
What show was on TV when Kate hung up with Shetty talking about there will be protesters on campus?
I don't know why, but I want to say 30's Company, but I think that's wrong.
Absolutely wrong.
Yeah, I don't know why 30's Company even popped into my head.
Funny. More of a
Is it Bot Sports? Fox,
no, get closer,
ESPN?
more like that. But yeah, nope, nothing like that. If you know those answers, put it in the comment section down below. What's the translucent hall monitor's name?
Oh shit! Wait. Let me go down my thing.
No, it wasn't the View, Jake, but I love that answer.
Is it Maverick?
Hey, there we go. Great call. Absolutely, Maverick. That is it.
I told you I took some notes. I just had to find them.
Oh, that's fantastic. Great callback. How big a dip did the polls show public confidence had dropped in Soups after the Stormfront and Soldier Boy incidents?
20%?
Close, but no cigar.
25%.
Incorrect.
The 30%. Yeah.
Hey, there we go. 30%.
Was it 30? All right. Good guess.
You went down. You should have went up. You'd had it on set. Oh man, here's a little bit of a deep dive. Can we remember what does FBSA stand for?
Let me scroll my sheet. I feel like I should remember
What
that.
Victoria is the head of. What does FBSA stand for?
FDSA. Yep. No, I don't see it. So yeah,
Know
I
that
don't
one?
remember.
Put it in the comment section down below. What are Singer and Newman polling at in the super abled community?
What? Say that again.
What are Singer and Newman polling at in the super abled community? What are their numbers in the super abled community?
Yep, I don't remember. Oh,
I'll give you a huge clue.
yeah. It wasn't as high as they wanted.
No, of course not. Give you a huge clue. It's a number we both
65%.
incorrect. It's a
Damn
number
it.
we've already said.
A number we're at 20%, 25%.
No, it was the actual answer of what we said.
I know not.
So funny. Oh man, so close. Watch, I bet Jake nailed that. Oh, Federal Bureau of Super Able. Well done, but incorrect. So close. It's a great guess, though. Oh, who interviewed Victoria in the college town hall?
Oh, I forget his name.
I think it was something Coleman.
Oh, yes, sir, it was. Half credit. We're going to give that to you. Good enough. CC, Cameron Coleman. Great guess. Good callback.
Nice.
And last but not least, Victoria said she also went to Red River School for Young Soups. How old was she when she left?
Was it an 18?
No,
She was 12. She was 12.
13, 12 or 13?
Nope. Phantom nailed it. Ending with a bang. Absolutely 12.
What was it?
She was 12.
12. Okay, cool.
100% correct. Absolutely correct. All right, that's going to do it for me. I really got to get out here and help the Giant Tamer get off to work. So, yeah, we're going to let AK watch that, and we will be back on in about an hour. So hang out and come back and see us for an hour. It's awesome. Phantom doesn't have to go to work tonight, so we can get a late one in on this one. Let's knock it out. So I'm glad everybody. Thanks for coming out and hanging out. I hope everybody's having a fantastic week, and we will see you in an hour. Easy, everybody.
Bye.